Hey guys, welcome back to Roll for Damage. We are tonight going through our Scales Above game, which is a Rise of Tiamat adjacent game. As I've said before, we are very adjacent right now. We are very, very much in the side quest area. Tonight I have a wonderful crew that I'm playing with, but before we get into who they are, we have a few thank yous. I'll give Sean a second before he does his spiel, but you know, it might be over, it might be finished, but Fool's Gold's still in my heart. I believe they have late pledging. Check it out. They became the second most successful TTRPG Kickstarter ever.
$3 million Canadian dollars.
Yeah,
Wow.
they did so
amazing.
good. They made enough foot tall Tarrasques, I believe, to have like two Empire State Buildings like on top of each other.
Several thousand.
Yeah, it's like 3,500 true scale Tarrasques. Yeah,
That is so awesome.
So
oh man,
That's amazing.
you know, Dingo, Felix, Graham, Rico, thank you so much for sponsoring us for the time you did. Congratulations on an excellent Kickstarter. I can't wait to get my Tarrasque in the mail, and I will 100% be putting some of the Fool's Gold stuff and some of the Helliana's Guide to Monster Hunting, when they both come in sometime early next year, into next season of Scales, so you can just enjoy, you know,
that fucking Tarrasque better never come anywhere near our table.
You can just enjoy Tarrasques. They'll probably be Meccano dragons. They're just not yours. You know, there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff. The Magnetite dragon from Helliana's. Have you guys seen that? Did you guys know?
I know what you're talking about, and they look amazing.
Yeah, any weapon you use gets like stuck to it. It's a magnetic dragon. So, and then it can shoot those weapons away from it. So, yeah.
I feel like you're gonna find a way to turn Hexen into one.
Figure it out,
things.
Sloan. Figure it out. Anyways, so yeah, thank you very much, Hit Point Press and the Fool's Gold crew. Once again, congratulations. Now, actually, you know what? We're gonna quickly. They're not sponsored this show, but Wooten Forge make really cool handmade Australian wood TTRPG accessories. This is one they gave me for a Christmas present. That can put my models in it, magnetized, so it's not going to fall apart, and it's got our logo on it. And I'm going to probably get a bunch of these for, you know, some merch in the future. So if it's something you'd like, we're going to get this. We're going to get dice boxes. We're going to get dice rollers, and we're going to get spell trackers as well. So yeah, if you like that sort of stuff, let us know here in Discord, and we'll start sorting that out. But yeah, thanks, Wooten Forge. Speaking of forges, oh yeah, that's right.
gone.
just to keep doing that. I had Leaf in this, and I didn't know he was in this, and then I opened this, and his Hero Forge model broke. So Shannon's not the only breaker of Hero Forge models.
It's karma. It's because you were making fun of me for dropping all of my minis, which I haven't done.
Speaking of miniatures that can break under user error, but are lovely, are these lovely Hero Forge miniatures. You can see several iterations of Scarlet and Wiswick and little old Curon right here. We got Katya back here. She's very tall. She fell into the other ones. There she is, popping her head up. They are an excellent miniature, customized miniature website where you can make all sorts of different heroes, villains, NPCs, whatever your needs are as a player or a DM. Check them out. Check out all the new features such as wounds. They add new things constantly, new clothes, new weapons, new races. Everything you could want is and will eventually be on Hero Forge for your own custom miniatures, including you can download the files if you prefer to 3D print them yourself. You can get multiple different types of materials from plastics to metals. It's just a wonderful service. You can take fun screenshots of your characters for art. You can do tokens for your VTTs. There's no reason not to go over to Hero Forge and forge your hero today. HeroForge.com.
Very well done.
Yeah.
I think we're getting to like Kieran levels of Hero Forge announcements. It's good. It's good.
That's a high compliment.
I mean, Kieran goes like full like used car salesman on you, or Sean is a lot like more tempered.
Yes, that is very true.
Oh, I can get there if you want me to.
Oh my god.
Shannon's just like, I have had enough of this man's shit for this week. Okay, so let's do a quick roundtable. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and the character you play. We are going to start with Arron. Yeah.
Hi, hello. Just in case my camera decides to be mean to me today. Hi, hello. I am Arron. I'm otherwise known as the RCN. I am the creator of How to Be an Adventurer, which is Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon parody series, as well as the Dungeon Master for the D6 D&D live show. As I've been talking about it more recently, that I'm planning the next campaign relatively soon, and I'll be doing it with a channel that we all might be familiar with. Right now, I have filled all my player seats, and also on top of that, I'm currently building the brand new set, which hopefully will be done in time for a very specific events coming up relatively soon that I don't know if I can talk about just yet. So that being noted, if you guys are interested in checking this all out, there'll be some links in the chat, and I will be playing Ignis. I will be playing Ignis Brimlight, a sorcerer of divine soul, and yeah, looking forward to tonight. See what happens. The shit's gonna get on fire. Who is next? I can't keep talking.
All right. Next up, we'll go with Shooby-Doo.
Hi, my name is Shooby-Doo or Shelby or Whistle or whatever the hell I'm called this week. I'm from the channel Whistle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. I've been producing a series called Into the Farwood, which is a creepy retelling of a spooky arc I went through in one of my games. I'm also a player over on Joe Cat's Necro Hunt. I play Luna Icewind, a big bowl of muscles and swords. Along with Arron, actually, and
sad cowboy.
Yeah, sad cowboy who nearly got drowned. Good job.
Almost. Oh no, I went in to stab a motherfucker.
Oh, I saw that part.
I did it. Yeah.
And I will be playing Nia Aryan, our problem child. That's all she is. That's all she can be.
Next up, we'll have Shannon, who plays Sloane, who I've slowly been surrounding with bone claws on our map here.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you have!
Wait, no.
What the fuck are you doing?
Damn it!
It's like, oh my god, they're like huge too. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't want to play anymore.
Okay, so Shannon's out. Sean, tell us who you are, where you're from.
No, it's my turn.
No,
it's my turn.
Us, chat.
Yep. Hi, I'm Shannon. Let me put my links and shit in chat. Hello, I am Shannon, and I will be your lovely barbarian this evening. The barbarian who has a sweet tooth, but also a thirst for blood. And it's been a while since I've gotten to like smash some things. So I'm kind of hoping to smash some things tonight, Nova. I know that's real subtle of me. I am from Paradise Productions. It says Paradise RPG on there. That is our old name. We need to get you our new logo and our new name on there. But you can find us at Paradise Pro on Twitter, Paradise Prod on Twitch, and we would love to have you come join us. We are heading into episode 41 of our flagship show, Advantage Paradise, on Monday, and we'll recap it on Sunday for the Shannon Power and the most powerful hour on the internet.
Most powerful hour on the internet.
Shannon, you, I believe, as a mod, can just throw your own links in as well. So just
I did. I've been doing it.
I know, not just
like
the
the right
commands, but like you can just copy and paste your actual Paradise Production.
Well, my link tree. Oh, okay. One moment. Let me go get it.
She sasses me so fast. She's not like.
No, I think we'll wait. I think we'll wait.
Yeah, let's just.
Oh, really?
Can we just stare at Shannon for the moment?
Everybody,
Leave Shannon alone,
Sean.
please.
My name is Sean. I am also from Paradise Productions, where I am the creative director. I've been suffering with a cough over the last 1,000 years, it seems. So I apologize again for that. But yes, I am the DM for our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, where Shannon plays Scarlet, her fiery rogue that she's very attached to. So I will continue to try to kill her.
As you do.
But she's very good at surviving. So I end up killing her party members. No, but definitely come check us out. We're in the middle of at the start of a very fun Mind Flayer arc in the game right now. But here I am, the resident bad dad of Roll for Damage. I play only bad dads that maybe they'll become better dads, but it's not guaranteed ever.
Mark's on his way.
And he's only broken many eggs for this omelet. But happy to be here. You can find me on social media at Odo_Sean all over the place. And of course, Paradise Productions is my home. Thank you.
All right. Kelsey, you're up.
That's me. Hi, I'm Kelsey, also Rogue Uzu on Twitter and YouTube. On Twitter, I just draw a bunch of things, take commissions, and I have my own webcomic that I post every Wednesday and Saturday. And on YouTube, I have a series where I tell the story of the first game that I ever DM'd called Atlantis. And I'm going to be here playing Saren Talonray. I'm going to try to get one of my friends out of fucking jail right now and try to help this team, even though I know that some were questionable about their trust in me, but I'm going to still do my best.
Okay. Lastly, I'll go with, hi, I'm Kyle or Nova. I run Roll for Damage. Yes, that's pretty much everything, really. Actually, there's a thing we threw up on DM's Guild recently, about a month ago. It's my first little foray into doing that sort of stuff. I've been writing homebrew for 6-7 years, but I haven't actually released anything. So, maybe go check it out. We dropped the link in the chat before. It's pay what you want, so, take it for free and give me feedback. I'd be really happy. If you feel like supporting the channel in a sort of different way, you can throw 30 cents in or something. I don't know. I don't know how much my work is worth, is what I meant to say. Anyway, it sounded really depressing the first time.
Yeah, it did.
You need a hug, Kyle.
No,
I need a little hug, please.
Internet hug.
Oh,
Internet hug.
It's alright. I'll go grab my cat later.
Yeah, get Bailey.
Anyways, the other thing to announce, which I know our intro's taken a long fucking time tonight, right? Like it's been a while, but
Been a while.
finally.
Been a while.
I'm sorry.
Who said that?
It's almost every game.
Anyways, we've been organizing this for about 6 weeks now. We haven't announced it yet, so this is the first official announcement that we'll be doing a St. Jude's charity stream on the 4th and 5th of December. It'll be a 48-hour stream. We've got a bunch of people. I believe nearly everyone here is involved in some way running a game, except for Shannon.
Okay. All right. I'm
All right,
gonna
this
be
is not-
hyped.
we're not gonna-
So
you
we're
are
We're not going
playing
to be
it-
using this to make Shannon feel bad, okay?
No.
None of that.
But Shannon will be in the opening game of that, because the opening game will be the Scales Above game that weekend, that Friday. So it runs from Friday night through to Sunday night if you're in America, or if you're in Australia, it'll be Saturday morning through Monday morning. And we have just so many games and things going on that should be really, really fun. A few of them are Christmas themed, a few of them are not. I believe someone wants someone to fight the Krampus, which is just great. We have, I believe, like Chemicat and Joe Cat, and there's lots of cats. Aiden, there's others. My brain is...
Shrieking Wizards Co.
Yeah, the Shrieking Wizards Co. Yep, so we got Jenny and Alex from
ABD
Shrieking Wizards.
Illustrates.
Yep. We have obviously all these people here. We have Josh from Corsair's Cove. We have Des from Eldritch Scribe. We have Dipper Dog from Mercs of Mischief. We have a bunch of people coming to say hi and help us out with that. Should be a good time and for a good cause. So please stop by and help some sick kids have hopefully a slightly better Christmas. Yeah. With that, let's do our recap. Raise your hand if you're ready for recap. I don't know, Yara, have you done one yet?
Please make Yara do it.
It's been a long time.
All right. Well,
Make Yara do it.
yeah. Arron, recap us.
All right. Somebody bring out the bongos. All right. So last we had left off, as our party had been teleported into a city, and then also subsequently having a lot of problems, Sharon went to go to her old family house, as she had revealed that she was actually a part of that family house, as she was one of the members there who have been helping out the old dragon cultists, and it has become her mission in order to try and separate herself as well as her family in order to try to actually bring down the cultists. But before any of that could have possibly been solved, suddenly Death, he just showed up in physicality, made a deal with Ulrich, and then also subsequently was all like, hey, listen, if you don't take this deal, I'm going to kill you, everyone within the city, and if you do, we have to make a deal. And thus making a deal, which caused a lot more problems. And after killing all of the small little enemies that were causing the problem over the night, everyone managed to somehow reconvene back together. There was a lot of infighting, there was a lot of talking, and then right before anything could have possibly been fixed, Ulrich once again trying to cast a spell, teleported themselves for like a moment into another dimension, brought them back, then brought a sphere of destruction that would have destroyed the entire town if not stopped, to which everyone did. Then there was this massive argument between Nia and Ignis, and just a whole mess of that. Then everyone managed to finally just calm down. Guy, who has been here the entire time, by the way, was all like, hey, listen, you guys can't be doing all this bullshit, but also I'm here to tell you what you want instead of what you need. So by the way, I'm gonna go help you guys get ready for this crime. Deuces. And giving a heartfelt goodbye to everybody and then leaving, as we are all left into his shop after magical sugar daddy here bought me a lot of diamonds and diamond dust. Thus, we now begin to prepare for what will be infiltration, destruction, distraction, dash, operation. Let's get our fuck on. That's where we had last left.
I'm sorry, I didn't sign up for that.
Darren's up for that.
At the last second.
I think Nia needs to stay home. I need an adult.
Well, you keep telling us you are an adult, so I don't know.
I need a responsible adult.
You are the adult in the room.
Operation, let's get our fuck on.
Again, I need a responsible adult.
They are breaking someone out of prison, which would be an interesting thing. That was a very quick recap.
Right.
I like it.
Efficient.
So,
I've been practicing for 2.5 years. I'm not getting any better.
okay. So, from memory, who was still in the room who had left the shop? Was it just Guy that
in the
left?
shop.
It was just.
I think it's just Guy. Yeah, Guy left. Yeah, because Yako went outside to talk to Bob, and Guy gave us his goodbyes, and we were all left in the shop. Guy left, and that's where we ended.
Okay, so thanks for playing, Kevin. See you again soon. He will be back.
Yeah. He needs to come back. He's too good.
So you're all standing there. Yako is actually has left with Guy. And you can resume your shopping / planning. So I want you guys to decide amongst you, in character, decide what you really need to get from this place. It is connected to that runesmithery blacksmith that I mentioned, and there's the tavern on the other side. So kind of, when you finish your shopping, just go next door, have a drink, have a good time, start planning your crime. You guys are good at crime. You've done lots of crime. So
we've done lots of crime, but we're not good at it.
No crimes.
You chopped a man in half with a gate orc.
That's different.
It's murder. That's a crime.
Okay.
Manslaughter.
I would be. I don't know what would be in here that would catch my eye, but I need something to cover my face. It's about time Nia starts hiding her face. She's a bit recognizable here.
God damn. Why does it take you this long?
So
you want a cloak of protection? I could get you.
I've been in prison
really
for the
sassy. I'm
last
sorry,
I've been in prison for the last couple months, Shannon.
So Bob,
Would you like a cloak of protection? I could get you a cloak of protection.
I don't want anything
I
from you.
can get you a cloak of protection.
Bob's
Or
actually
I'll
like
hold your things.
Bob joins it. I can
Okay.
get you a cloak of, and he like shakes it out. Protection.
I think I'm looking for a mask.
A mask. Oh, we have some masks in the curse drawer, but you might not want them.
Puts on.
Yes,
I am now
let's
a
please not give
vampire.
her a cursed mask.
Nia has enough curses.
Well, Tamel has some things he's been making next door. He's not doing great, but I can probably get you I can open it up and we can see. I don't think he's put any runes on them yet. Do you want it magic?
I just need something to cover my face for now. It doesn't have to be magic.
Why are you covering your face? You're so pretty.
Bob.
Bob, you're a treasure. Because we
Thank you.
keep getting into trouble, and I don't want to keep letting people see my face, because it can keep getting us in trouble.
I don't understand, but okay.
Bob, have you ever been embarrassed by something and wanted to cover yourself up?
No.
The most honest thing this man has ever said.
Oric, Bob is a fine specimen.
He is certainly unique.
Bob, is Tamel seeing
That can imply two different
Will
things.
he see anyone?
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Is Tamel around?
He's on the boat. He's he got hurt, and they're helping him out over there. But he's given me permission to sell some items, provided they're not in the box or the cage. He said. So, do you want me to look at? He's got 2 or 3 masks. Yeah.
I can look. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he opens the door through the other side, and walks through, and he pops his head back. He's like, "The rest of you don't try taking nothing. They explode." And then takes Nia through to the blacksmith room. He will produce a full just helm, like a plate helmet, and it's got the start of it. He's like, I believe he didn't finish this one, something happened, and if the room went bad, but it's a helmet. It will cover your face if you need. He sort of just like starts slotting it over your head, and it's just like this big friggin' circular night helm.
I can't really see that well in it. And she like kind of like ducks her head out from under it.
Oh. Well, and then he opens the visor and tries to put it back on.
Do you maybe have anything that just covers the bottom half of my face, maybe?
We might do. He's got one that's like like, you know, the like Phantom of the Opera style, like one side of the face. Like, apparently, one of the nobles got cut in a duel, so he started making this, but then he died. So, we have this one. It's just some like thin metal. It's expensive because it's like it's made of gold. It's meant to be like, you know, very ostentatious.
Mm-hmm. I think that might be really distinctive and also very expensive.
Okay, you're very quiet. I need you to speak up a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I get quiet when I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
It's been a long couple months.
Okay. Well, the last one, and he brings out like almost like a. It's based on your Doran design, and it's like a Oni mask. So it like just covers this bottom half of your face, and it's metal, but it's made to look like it's being crafted from wood. It's like a snarling demon. He's like, I believe this has a little rune of safety. I don't know his runes, but they're like, it's to make you not die so hard.
Can I see this one, please?
Sure. And he hands it to you.
Yeah, she just kind of inspects it. How much for it?
Let me just check the ledger in the other room. Can I'll take it back and I'll put it in a box for you.
Yeah, and she'll like hand it back.
Goes back next door and he's like, we'll get like everyone to get what they want and we'll add it all up.
Okay.
Might need to get more scales. But what else do you need? Hello? All of you?
I'm perfectly fine.
Oh, you're back in.
Yes.
I have a quick question. Do you happen to have a smoking bottle? It just produces smoke.
I think we have something like that. Yako said there's a and he's like looking at something on the side. It's like says chemical reaction. He doesn't know how to say the sounds. He's a
chemical reaction.
Thank
There's
you.
a CH. It's just, you said that there's ch.
Depends on the context.
It's so
It doesn't make any
confusing.
sense. It's very confusing.
It would be
Common
referred
is
to
an
as
unsophisticated language.
So it's from what he said. The bottom half is alchemic. That one fire. And the top bit is like a powdery thing, and when you shake it, it mixes and it will produce smoke. And if you pop the top off, smoke comes out.
Perfect. So, ever smoking bottle.
Not ever smoking, but like it will smoke for a long time. But also, he said if you throw it at someone, it will kill them.
Well, I don't want that, but I would be very careful.
It's effectively white phosphorus in a bottle.
Okay. I'll take one.
You'll take one?
I'll take one.
Take one. Okay. He has. They're not too expensive, and he has like a whole rack of them. But yeah, they're made to obscure areas, and they last quite a while.
Good.
You who can actually read, you can see that it's like labeled on the side. And yeah, it'll explain that it's like a chemical fire, and they call it dwarven powder, and it'll create a reaction inside that will create smoke for between 10 and 60 minutes.
Perfect. That'll do.
Yeah. So once it's heated, it turns out it does heat the glass up. So if you're fire resistant, for instance, Yarrow, you could probably just keep holding it, right?
Fire immune.
Yeah.
Correction.
If you don't, you can restopper it, and it will just sort of like react until it hits equilibrium and just stop.
Okay.
You take top off again, it'll create as the pressure goes out, and you can do it, but you only get that amount of time.
Perfect.
Okay.
This will do.
It's actually some good thinking there, Ignis.
Oh yes.
Just do one.
Rick,
How
do
much
you
are
need
they
to carry
each?
anything?
Let's
They are,
let's
I believe. He's got a sauce, so they're only like 10 gold each.
I'll take 5.
Yes, we'll take many more.
Just 5 or many more?
10 in
I
total.
feel like
10?
10 and alright.
Alright.
10
I
smoke
have an
bombs.
idea.
Oh my god.
Do
What kind of
not
Mission Impossible this shit.
do not confuse them with the mini alcohol bottles you get in hotels.
Oh no.
Okay.
We're going to mark them.
Mini alcohol.
We'll be extra careful.
It really hurts.
Did you
Did you do that, Bob?
mistake?
Did you drink all the alcohol in the name? When you weren't supposed to?
Robert,
Are
it's
you
okay to
okay?
make
When somebody
mistakes.
told you not to do?
It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn.
Were you okay at least?
And now you won't do it again. And that's growth.
Yeah.
That is called intelligence.
What's that?
I have 0.
Ooh.
Okay.
Bob, you've got all the charisma in the world.
Oh no!
well.
Okay.
Sloan, is there anything
So-
you would like?
10 of those.
Yep.
Me? Did you
Yes.
say my name?
And he's got the
Yes.
door open to the other side as well, so you can go in and see the weapons of ruining people's days. And I believe, Auric, you're still carrying around just a giant fucking bone sword with tar.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
No,
that.
I carry it.
Yeah,
carry
she's carrying anything. I can't carry anything.
I'm the shopping bag. I don't
Okay.
think I need
No,
to
Oric's
use it.
exhausted right now, isn't he?
2 levels.
Still? I thought you got rid
I'm
of one.
Yeah,
Always.
because he.
If you're
He's
a
the
time
thing.
wizard, you should never not be exhausted.
I have all the time in the world, but I can't sleep.
And I can't walk.
That's why you have me.
I can fix that problem.
So you're carrying the shopping and the Oric. Okay.
I have
Oh,
lots
I
of
should get a
strength.
staff just for walking purposes.
Ooh,
To
yeah.
walking
a magical
stick.
one.
That's a
Put a
walking
spider
stick.
on the top.
Maybe a cane that separates out and you could just
Don't
lift
like
people.
spiders.
So there's a
They
there's
like
a
you.
line of canes and staves and all different types. There's a bunch of like clothes and stuff that have like magical enchantments over them. There's so much shit here. So just whatever you guys want. If they don't have the exact type, they might be able to order it or make it or something. Like this is a high end thing, especially when it's backed by the Black Sabers.
Robert, I was hoping to see if you had any supplies of things that are helpful for mages and wizards in combat, things to protect them, things to increase their endurance, increase their abilities. I'm sure you have many, but do you have anything of note?
I second that motion.
Increase their endurance. Have you tried exercise?
Bob out here with the zingers.
Excuse me,
I see.
Robert, are there little descriptions on all the items?
Oh, yeah, Yakko made sure of it.
All right, then. And he'll walk away from Robert.
And I'll just I'm sorry.
And by walk away, I mean
Sorry.
he gets a couple feet
I
and he's
needed
like,
to sip from my salty canteen after that slick burn.
I am
was on the bottom
gonna
of your
help
canteen.
Oric kind of like
So-
get over to where he wants to go, and like as I'm helping him kind of like walk, I'm just gonna ask him, so what can I do for you to make up for the armor? It's a lot of money.
well, It's the Umber Heart's money. No, just don't betray us.
I have no plans to. But I take it that if I'm ever mind controlled, then I know I can trust you to kick my ass. So I'm glad to hear that, at least.
I'll be the first to bat.
Well, as soon as we're out of this city, and we are beyond the threshold of Yarkelheim, and perhaps I'll trust you a bit more, knowing that you haven't betrayed us.
I'd like that.
Maybe then I'll call in a favor for the armor.
All right.
So what exactly are you looking for in these bottles? You want something to increase your endurance? Do you want just... You're not talking like a health potion. What are you exactly looking for?
I want a magic item.
I figured as much.
Something. I mean, I was thinking like something along the lines of like a mantle of spell resistance that gives me advantage on saving throws, or even like something to help me with saving throws is probably the biggest thing, because that's what kicks my ass the most.
Can we just get Auric a Corruptive wound closure so he never
No,
makes
those things are
saves?
overpowered as hell.
When am I gonna get my robe of the Archmagi? Dang it.
The thing that might be good is actually that cloak of protection. That +1 saving throw, +1 AC is probably pretty good for Auric. And since Ignis has already been like, oh, I can't, really take another one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Might be your best bet.
Okay.
And like it's still folded on the counter, like next to Bob. Surprisingly, like really nicely, like folded.
Yeah, or if that has the saving throw on it also, because AC is nice, Oric's not trying to get hit like that, but the saving throws are what kill him. So I'll add that to the receipt.
Okay, puts that aside. I seem to keep making you angry, Auric, and I don't mean to. Yako gave me there's a box of like really special items, he said, only for special customers, and like you're pretty special, so maybe this will be something you're looking for. It'll take me a minute to open it. I can't, it's got a lock that you have to get the numbers right, and I don't always remember very well, but I'll get it and then I'll show you. Does anyone else want anything? And he like pulls a box out and he's like playing with the lock for a moment while you guys are asking. You probably won't get to go shopping for a while if you head into Yarkelheim, so really pick everything up you want right now.
Yeah, well, after everyone's ordered any kind of special things with the money left, we'll want to do like health potions and those things.
I just want
is Auric taking that cloak?
Depending on what's in that other box, I'll probably take the cloak.
Okay, if you don't take the cloak, I'll take it.
Okay. Sloan, is there anything you want?
Nothing I can think of. I'm looking through some stuff right now, but
You do like a bracers of defense, maybe, if they've got something like that.
I already asked
that right now.
But okay.
They do have, like I said, there's like an armory next door. So if you want to get other weapons, that might be the place to go.
There's a part of me that wants to dip over there to see if there's any like dex weapons that I can pick up, and that I'm not using the creepy necrotic rapier.
And maybe I don't have to use one that's, possessed by a god.
Yeah.
One that's also magical and deal damage to things resistant to it.
Speaking of god,
Mm-hmm.
I'll take my turn on this last once everybody's done with their shopping, because I already got everything I need. I am going to commune.
Okay, you are really quiet. I think it's because you're now leaning past your mic.
Sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna go last in all of this because I already got what I need with the smoke bottles.
Mm-hmm.
But after they're all done, I'm going to commune with the goddess.
Okay, yeah. Probably not a thing just to, like, randomly do in a shop, but yeah, got it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna start thinking on something. I'm gonna take a step outside. Feel the
Okay,
sun on my
okay,
face.
okay.
Okay. So yeah, I guess if Sloan and Neo want to look at the weapons, Oric's gonna look at the special box once he's got it open. And then once everyone's done with their shopping, the last thing we do, I think, is going to be like miscellaneous things, potions and spell components that are non-super expensive diamond stuff.
So, I'll go with Sloan then. If you do want to next door and start looking at all the weapons, they do have... This guy hasn't got too many two-handed weapons, but he does have some pretty nice, like, hand axes, short swords, daggers, shields, that sort of stuff. So... I know you've been fighting with hand axes. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Index of return.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Index of return.
I have no idea.
I feel like a dagger would be very tiny in my hands.
Yeah.
A dagger is just a steak knife to you.
Yeah, right.
Toothpick.
Am I able to fight with a shield and a
Yeah.
one-handed weapon? No?
Your unarmored defense, like your armor bonus, wouldn't work with a
Yeah, it
shield,
does.
I think.
It does. Unarmored defense
For
does work with
barbarians?
shields. Yeah.
It's just
barbarians?
it's.
Yeah. The
I'm
main...
relatively certain. Yeah, it's just you can't wear armor as a barbarian, but you can still hold a shield as a barbarian. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Maybe I'm just mistaking like the sense that most barbarians use two-handeds is making me think that.
Yeah, it's actually really good because your
Oh,
AC
yeah, it
goes
says you
up
can.
quite high. When you've got max con, max dex, and one of those, you're looking
Proficiency.
at like 22 AC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What kind of shields you got?
There's some like behind the glass cases, and like they're really nice. And they're like swimming in runes, and they've sort of almost depending on their purpose, they've taken like different forms a little bit. And then there's some fairly basic shields. So you've got like a kite shield, like knight shield, which has like the point at the bottom. You got some round sort of small bucklers, and then some bigger sort of round shields that your people would use, like the Viking-esque round shields. But these are almost entirely made of metal. There's no real wood in their construction. However, they're being suspended on like what looks like a tiny wooden hook, so they are made to be kind of like light and usable.
Okay. Are there
You
any
and
that I
Bob
can,
both
like...
can't really read too well,
Oh.
so you've got one that looks kind of a bit vicious, I'll say. It's like got spikes, like in the center bit, and then like around the edges there's like hooks.
That's cool.
And it's like it's got burn marks across it, which almost looks like a snarling sort of like face. And then there's another one which is like this nice clean sort of thing, and no matter which way you turn, the light seems to like catch it and be very like dazzling and bright. There's another one which as like motes of dust sort of fall, they're getting pushed away from it gently. They're the three magical ones behind the glass. You would be probably like, oh, that's a thing I've noticed.
Okay. Do you know if any of those push away? Or do I have to do the pushing?
What do you mean push away?
I don't know how to be any clearer. It's just something that I don't have to do the pushing. The shield does it. It's magical, I guess. Just boom.
I don't know.
Do you know what they do?
I went over with Sloan because I also wanted to look at the weapons. Could I clarify?
You want to?
Can I help this?
Yeah.
Please.
You still yelled out to Auric, but yeah.
I think she means, do you have any shields that repel enemies? That magically
Yes,
repel
that is
people?
That's the words I was looking for. Thank you, Nia.
I don't know. Not to, like repel. So you want, like, if I put the shield down the floor, someone would just get like bounced away.
I think that's what she means.
Mm-hmm.
I did. No, I don't know.
Okay.
No,
well,
sorry.
then what do these do?
Well, this one here is a scary one. It scares people.
Any of
Well, I
these have
can do
labels?
that. I can do that myself. What does the other ones do?
Do any of these have labels? I need
They
to know.
one does. It's sort of make an Arcana check because it's written in sort of like this magical terms, and there's like small calculations under it and stuff.
I don't think my Eyes of the Runekeeper would do anything with that, would it?
No, have you still got one level left in Warlock?
Yep. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't want to use that last charge. I want to use that for Arron's journal. We'll make an Arcana check. 9. Took away my intelligence.
All right. As you approach it, as soon as you get within 10 feet of it, you get this like icy feeling down the back of your neck, and it like just makes you feel very small. And it's like this face on it like looms and starts like push out of the shield. Not actually happening to everyone else that's there, but you just get this feeling of terror.
Takes many steps back.
Yeah, I was gonna say otherwise you have to make a wisdom save.
I mean, I'll make this save because I guess I already was technically under the effect. So please.
Oh,
21. Look
Okay.
at me. I succeeded a wisdom roll.
Make an
Never
intelligence
happened.
check.
Flat check?
Yep. This is just for you to figure out what's going on here.
oh wait.
Well, that's where, you dropped my intelligence. So
I totally forgot. Y'all need.
he's got a headache now.
All right, Auric, are you going to walk in after being called?
Saren, can you help me walk in there? They seem to need my expertise.
Sure thing. Then just escort him.
Okay. As you walk in, Auric, you see her sort of like backing away from it and holding her head. I'll get you to make a intelligence check and an Arcana check. This is to figure out. We'll make an investigation check and a Arcana check. For you to put together what's going on.
All right. The
You rolled a 2 and got a 16. Mother. Yep. Okay.
The investigation was 24. Arcana was 16.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much you see what's happening, you look at the words, you're like, oh, okay. What this thing does is, by the look of it, it makes things that see it, that are susceptible to being frightened or become frightened with the, the condition, it almost like freezes them in their tracks. They become like hypnotized by it while they're within the sort of aura of it. And if they stay there, the shield starts mentally attacking them. They start taking psychic damage.
Or this one here seems to have some sort of aura of dread around it. That when it is creatures can see it, they succumb to it. They are stuck, frightened, petrified in that state. Petrified in the sense of the metaphorical sense, not the literal condition. And then if they stay there within the shield's visage, so to speak, apparently it begins to mentally assault them, damage-wise, violence of the mind.
Does
Well,
this
could
one
just
with the
slip
hooks do?
That's that one. That's that one.
Was it this?
I would like to slip behind Oric and Saren away from the shield, please.
Okay.
Quite gruesome.
There's the two other shields. You roll pretty well. You also do you have Identify now?
I do now.
If you want to, you could cast Identify on them.
Yeah, I will.
They will give you a rough idea. Okay. So the shield that is seeming to like magically push dust mode. So I'm going to see if I don't completely ruin things. Yes. I'm going to send you a message in Discord, Sean, so you can see what this thing says. What you get from it. This shield has 3 charges of this. And by returning to a runesmith, you can get those charges restored.
Excellent. This one is quite interesting. Fine runic magic, I imagine, to make. It has 3 charges right now, or 3 runes you can see here that have their full charge. It creates some sort of eldritch ward, kind of like extending a shield out around those closest to you. So you and friendly creatures, Sloan, like us, within 10 feet of you, will have resistance to damage from magic spells.
That's good to be very
With that charge. Nova, is that a once one round reaction kind of thing, or is that a time?
It's thing?
Next minute. Sorry, I didn't forget.
Yeah, so you activate it as an action, and then it's for a minute it lasts. So you kind of have to be prepared to go into combat with it. The other one
good. Still
has a like the last one has this effect. I imagine you're identifying everything. So
yeah, I am.
It has a single charge though.
Is it can it be restored by a rune smith?
Yep, they all can.
Cool. All right, this one. Let's see. This is a large, very powerful rune in it. And when you use for 10 minutes, you could shield others from harm at the cost of your own health. Sacrifice. A creature within 10 feet of you takes damage. You can react, so to speak, to give that target resistance to that damage. You then take that same amount of damage. So it's more like you're absorbing, mitigating it, but bringing it back into you. So pretty useful when your allies are not as tough as you, Sloan.
They all count as +1 shields as well. So
these are very good shields.
Are they too expensive?
They're pricey.
I don't need anything that's fancy. I really don't. I don't really need anything. It was just fun to look.
What about any of these weapons? Well, I do have that new weapon for you.
Yes, I'll look at that first.
Okay. I'll identify it when we're done shopping.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Felix to get back to that one.
I
know. Okay, so you don't want to look at any of the weapons?
No, I'm good.
Nia?
Okay.
Nia is currently cowering away from that shield. I think she's done.
All right, special box.
All right, that's a shame. No worries.
I'm gonna just pat Nia and maybe kind of transfer Auric to her, and I'm gonna look at the weapons for Nia to see if I can find one to get her.
Okay, there's one which it's like as soon as you look directly at it, it seems to almost glow. The crossguard, or the guard. It has a very large rune there, and it's you can see that it's been made of the grip has dragon scale leather, like dragon skin leather around it. The pommel has this just large piece of dragon bone as well, which has a little spiked tooth bit to it, and the crossguard has been made to look like dragon scales as well. It has a description. It is called it just says short sword of flight.
Ooh.
This one is very expensive, but it does do as described.
What is expensive? How much?
It's 12,000 gold pieces, because this one
Ew.
has no limit. Use an action, and then you can fly for a minute, and as long as it is drawn in the first hour of daylight every day, it recharges.
Yeah. I can't reasonably ask for that of org. Like, that's a lot. So I'm gonna see if there's any other dex weapons that could possibly good for Nia.
Just because you don't have any way to identify this, so I can't give you the rest of what it is. I'm just giving you the base descriptions.
Okay.
Feel free to force Orc to come back and identify things. I do have spell slots left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, there's a couple like two-handed hammers, hand axes. There's a saber. There is let me think. I'm just scrolling through the list of things that I wrote down. There's one that has it's just a very small sort of dagger, but it's just like wisps of frost are coming off it. And again, you who can read words, though I don't know how good your Arcana is. This one's got, because this one is the it says the dagger of frigidity.
I just kind of look down at like my own like rapiers, like, oh look, it's a mini me. But no, I think I'm gonna go look at the saber, and I'll ask Orc to kind of come over and check out the saber, because like Saren has noticed that Nia has like a lean towards the finesse kind of like rapiers and stuff, and so like the saber
Also, I
close to
think you've
that.
also seen her fight before, so you know she's
Yeah.
much more Dexy.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, the saber is it and like these aren't all the weapons are named after their properties, what they do. They're not given like a true name until after Tamel finishes doing what he's doing before it gets handed to a customer. So a lot of these things you can pick up and he will come in, finish it up, pass it off. Yako has the ability to do the same thing in case Tamel is injured or dead, but it takes longer. Which Bob would explain to you as he's going through things. So, the singing saber.
Laura, can you identify this for me, please?
Of course.
I'll
And I'll
help
cast
or
Identify.
shuffle over.
Thank you, my dear.
This weapon has had Yako and Tamel both work on it, so that it effectively has a rune which draws latent magic from the air to constantly fuel it with a booming blade cantrip.
Ooh.
It does take your bonus action to activate on your round to do it, but it's got a nice elven touch to it from Yako, where it doesn't make this like roaring thunder noise. It becomes this high-pitched, sweet singing sound that everyone else hears, but the person that gets hit by it, it just gets that like, you know, glass-shattering, ear-piercing ring that just resounds through their bones and armor. So they don't enjoy it very much. But yes, so this is a bit of a big one here. I'll send to you, all Ulrich.
This is quite the elegant weapon.
How much does it cost? Is there a price tag?
Yeah, give me just a moment. I have this one written down. I just had to copy and paste something. So talk amongst yourselves for a second.
This weapon, it's interesting. It
I
reminds me
just
of an
thought
old
of something.
friend.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna walk back in the shop and I'm like, I have a quick question. Do you happen to have what can be perceived as just a hilt, but it is a magical sword?
You just want a magic handle. Is that all?
Like it glows when you use it. Like it.
You want
Like the sun.
You want a handle that when you use it becomes like a glowy weapon.
Yes.
I don't think so.
It's fine.
If I could check the ledger, but I need to know like a name for it.
Like a sunblade or magical
Sunblade. Okay. You said glowy blade, and he sort of goes through and looks for it. Just 1 second.
As you're looking up that, Saren's just like, it reminds you of a friend.
Yes. We had a traveling companion. I'm sure you've heard us refer to him, Saren. Had a media hammer that, not as elegant as this, but some similar.
Not that.
Did I say Saren?
You're talking to Saren. Saros was his name. It's okay. You're tired.
It's okay, you're
I'm
tired.
very sleepy. And I'm very curious about this special box. But
Oh
yes,
shit! Probably I should fix that.
would be appreciated.
I pull out some of the diamond dust you bought for me earlier, and I slightly rub your back with it. I'm gonna cast Greater Restoration.
You'll massage.
Just like.
Actually,
I really wish it was just like instead it's on the chest, but it's very awkward.
Oric would say it would be better for my mind if you use that.
So it's going to get rid of a point of exhaustion, and it should heal one of your skill
Stat damages. So the big thing is actually, I forgot to say this. My exhaustion can't be it can't be cured by Greater Restoration.
Really?
Yeah, I just remembered that as you started doing it. I was like, oh, that's right. Only by finishing a long rest can you remove this level of exhaustion.
However,
in the future.
Do you have any
Does it tell you that you can't?
Do you have any what's it called? Stat decreases, attribute decreases left?
Yes, that's what I'd rather have that be
fixed
fixed anyway. Okay.
Well,
that's actually going to be probably more beneficial for us.
Yeah. Well, if it says the only way to do it is through a long rest, does it say that it can't be through Greater Restoration?
I think that the only in that sentence implies that it can't be done with a Greater Restoration. They're usually pretty explicit in these features about if the spell can fix it.
Any other problems that you might be having?
It's honestly just the stat damage, which is honestly I really want that gone. So thank you.
All right, so just lightly rub some diamond dust on your chest awkwardly. Full silence, eye to eye.
Well, this is more personal than I thought it would be.
Oh, me too.
Should I leave you two, or
Please don't.
No, please.
Okay.
Watch.
So that that singing saber is a +1 weapon. It is 5,000 gold pieces.
I'm gonna mark off.
Not so bad. Not so bad.
Yeah. What do you think about getting this for me?
I think that just might be a good idea. I'd like to get a total look at all of our options.
Yeah.
But also thinking of maybe even just a simple magical great axe for Sloane. Just something that's a little magical.
She doesn't
She'll
seem
never
too
ask for it
fond of her
herself.
own. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
Anybody else have a problem that needs fixing?
I think Nia does, actually.
If I try, she's going to scream. As
Well, it's a bit of a something that over our journey has addled her mind, just as mine just was. Except she's suffered more than me, I believe.
How fucked up is your brain?
Well, now it's back to normal, and I feel great.
I was talking to Nia.
Oh, sorry.
Nia, at the prospect of having magic cast on her again, healing magic, looks genuinely scared. It's not even annoyed. She just looks scared.
I think.
I can't read that, Garrett. It's not thick enough. What does it say?
Come at me, Nia.
Nobody
me,
can
Nia.
see what it says.
Yeah, come at me, Nia, your righteous friend.
God.
You want to try that, Mr. Squishy Sorcerer? I'm a fucking fighter, and I'll fuck you
Okay,
up.
guys, back on track.
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough, kid.
Back on track.
So, anyways, we can.
How fucked up is your head? And I'm not talking about your personality.
Nia, he just used it on me. It's not the surgical sinew restoration of healing magic. It's something that will relieve the effects of death.
It's like if you have a stuffy sinus and then I use it and then you don't have stuffy sinus.
It's a bit of a crude example, but he's not wrong.
Well, I guess we still can't really know because of, it seems, a curse that's laid upon her that such magic still might cause a pain. So
that is true.
But still, if there's been something afflicted upon you, you can.
If you need to be
gonna...
at your maximum capacity to fight, do you want this?
Nia looks at Ignis and then she looks at Saren and she just says, Can I squeeze your hand, please, just in case?
I was just about to offer that. So
You see,
yes,
Sloane had been reaching her hand, and then she.
No, I grab
I'll take
hand.
both.
It's like,
I will take both. I'll take both.
Has two hands.
Fucking hurts.
Yeah.
Fucking, this shit feels like fire on my bones. I will take both hands to just squeeze.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Ignis, you're doing this. You're casting the spell. I would like you to make an what exactly are you trying to restore?
We're gonna do the same thing we did with Ulrich. We're gonna try and get rid of the stat decrease.
Is it stat decrease or the memory loss we're working on? I'm sorry. Stat decrease?
It would probably be
that will also work, but I'm not sure.
It only removes one at a time is the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's why we bought multiple diamond
We
nests.
have a lot of uses of it though, and we bought them specifically to do this for Nia. And I specifically said I wanted to buy at least 3 charges for Nia.
So, which one do you want him to try first, Nia? Like, you guys should have figure out which one you actually want done.
I've wanted Nia's memories fixed since season 1.
Well, that's Shelby.
Please.
What about Nia? What does Nia want? Nia can't be like, I know that I don't have memories now, so help me.
I mean,
kind of
technically
does.
she does. She knows something's missing. She knows something's missing, and that's been very distressing.
Let's get back to what Nia wants to do in Nia roleplay.
So Auric will go up to Nia while Ignis is preparing this, and he'll look at her. And the first thing he'll do is, he'll whisper some Elvish words under his breath, which I guess Nia would know what they are. He's casting a spell.
I do speak Elvish as I am a half elf, so.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
The words he said is basically just like protection from what lies beyond and within and throughout. And I'll cast protection from evil and good on her, just in case it helps with the if any backlash happens.
That's one of your new divination spells, right?
It's actually my iconoclast
no worries,
feature.
you got it.
Yeah, that is innate to my godlessness. Nia, you've suffered a lot, and this type of magic can restore quite a bit. I know that you've suffered your abilities. You've suffered loss of friends and family. There's a lot that this could usher back to you. A lot that may have disappeared. Are you ready for that?
Yeah. I guess. Can't really lose much more, can I?
Ashman, up the dosage.
Oh shit. Okay.
So I could do two. I could do two right now. Do you want them both? All right.
What are you targeting?
I'm going to do the stats first and then the memories.
Okay. What
And
stats
this
have
is
you
gonna
got
be-
lowered so far, Nia?
Well, technically there's 3, but the ones because Khan took a penalty, but I don't know if that's restorable. But intelligence and wisdoms are the ones that currently have. I have a minus.
The greater
you-
restoration feature.
Still was anything.
Do one at a time.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it is one at a time.
So,
So which of your stats do you want fixed first? Because I could
Intelligence.
always fix your stats later on.
Intelligence, because that's the one that fucked me over the worst when it came to my actual stat, like my
Well,
actual rolls.
what I'll do is I'm gonna get you to make either Arcana or Medicine check here, Ignis, as you try to as you're laying the spell across her, trying to target specific parts of her.
Good
This is for the
news.
stats.
I have a +8 to medicine.
Can I help him?
Don't ever say that
An
out
advantage.
loud. That's how you jinx
He
the
is
dice.
okay. You're at a 19.
27.
Regardless. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, you could probably I didn't know if you're proficient, but he's fine for now. So you lay the spell across her.
I'm gonna take the diamond dust and I clap it between my hands, and as it draws like
You're very quiet.
strings. Oh, I'm gonna draw them like strings across my hands, and watch as I try and find each piece upon her mind, and pull out whatever it is that is harming her intelligence, as I begin to almost struggle with it.
Okay. Your intelligence is restored, and you kind of see this because I believe the intelligence got hurt by the Ublex. Yes.
No, the intelligence got hurt by the thing that drained Oric's intelligence. I think
Yes.
during Hallow's Eve.
River Styx. The
Okay.
River Styx.
And as you draw it out, you get this bubbling thick water that starts running from her scalp down her as you're pulling out the leftover damage from the River Styx. Okay.
I cast the second one,
Okay.
Oric
drawing
is
back the strings.
before he starts to do that. Oric will lean over to Ignis and quietly say, "Get a third one in there, targeting the Gaius spell that is upon her. She can't know. Do you understand?"
I can do that. I know I can do that. And I'm going to, for the second one, for the memories, as the strings pull back, you see all the slight glowy ends on the fingertips. Place it on her forehead, and I say, "Now open your mind." I'm going to fix your
Okay.
memory.
Make a Arcana or Medicine check, and Oric, if you want to help him, you have to be proficient in whichever one he chooses.
So if you want advantage, then Arcana is what you have to pick. But if your medicine is higher, that might be better to go with then.
Save with a 14. However, I wonder if no, I don't think I could do it with the check. If you fail a saving throw or miss, you can, no, I can't do favor by the gods.
Okay.
But I can.
You don't know it's failed yet, so
True, but I know, but I might.
I'm aiming for the best.
But I'm just checking the abilities because I might have to say it before I know if it failed.
Yeah.
okay. As you do this, what was it that lowered your wisdom again? I'm trying to remember right now.
That was also the River Styx. The River Styx
Yeah.
lowered our wisdom and our intelligence.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
very
okay. My
mean
wisdom
that
was
day.
lowered by 2 things because one of them was the Ublex. It lowered it by 1, and then I took another point from the river Styx.
Okay. He puts his hands on your forehead and face, and there's this like sort of like thing comes at the back of your head. This like ooze that is in a bubble of swirling water, and then it just ignites up and goes as your wisdom has been restored. Unfortunately, you just missed the DC on the medicine check.
What did you roll? You rolled a 6? And it got to a 14? I did read Chrono Shift, and it is after I find out if it succeeds or fails. Chrono Shift to get that roll one more time, but we have to use this DC, so it could backfire, and you could lose the wisdom you gained. So is everyone good with that? Okay, then re-roll.
$22.
You're all sitting there, and you're completely aware of what's happening as time turns back, and you feel this bit of ooblex ooze and water from the sticks force its way into the back of your head and like smother your brain again, and you feel yourself sinking down, and then all of a sudden memories start flashing back of your uncle and the teachings and what it meant to be a keeper and what you should have done, that you should have been there, protecting your village, but no, you had a horrible family, but your uncle was nice to you, but your brother forced you out, and it's all the small ties that your uncle was and would have been start connecting it all, so you have the full reasoning again of why you left home, what you were trying to do, what it means to have killed one of the last dragon spirits, more or less, in existence. Good dragon spirits, metallic.
For the third one, by the way, I'm also breaking the Gaius curse.
Yeah.
Nia lets go of both Saren and Sloane's hands and just wraps her arms around herself as there's just a mix of emotion, shame, distress, sadness. Tears are welling up in her eyes.
Nia.
Oh, and Nia, I'll say that as that happens, you realize that you actually had a modify memory spell cast on you back when you were fighting Kinora, who made you forget you were actually under effect of another Gaius spell, but you still can't quite remember exactly what that Gaius is. Just these memories coming back are slowly peeling away, and you realize you have something else you are going to be made to do.
How do you feel?
God, No.
It's quite a tonic to see one's destiny and their past again. You need rest.
I pull back my hand. Anything that had been what had ailed you is ash as I go.
Wait, Nia is like, I want to say catatonic, but she is in her head.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Auric looks over to Saren.
I apologize for all this pain. I apologize for many of my words I had spoken.
Take your hand again.
She'll let you, but her hand is limp.
Do you cast the third spell? Can't hear you, Arron. You have to speak more towards your mic.
I must do it once more if I am to break the final curse laid upon you. Are you prepared for one more bout of pain.
She just gives a very, like, defeated nod. A lot of shit just came back.
How strong, Nia?
All right. Make one more check to see how this goes.
Chrono shift.
Go for it. Reroll. I'm curious about how this is going to go.
23.
Okay.
You are MVP, man.
It's one of my entire class this time is fixing things that go wrong.
So, you make the strings, and this time, as you're doing it, you sort of like play it around her head, make this like fine sort of like diamond mesh, and as you're pulling it tight, you see a woman. Yeah, you all see actually. This woman with like the fur-lined coat and the hands floating around, like this ghostly image of it being pulled out of her head, and then you chronal shift it, and she goes back in. And this time it's a deal made with the Marius. Pulled out. Your gears has been lifted here. The one with the Marius. But there is still another in there. And it is more entrenched than ever. By putting it back in, you raise the DC higher.
And with seeing that, can Auric discern that is another Geas?
You can assume there's some curse of some sort laid on her.
Okay, just checking.
But I think we'll take a very short break. We've been live for about an hour and a half. We'll try to make it a very short break. So stick around. I know this has been a slow episode of shopping and curse breaking, but sometimes you just gotta get your shop on and fuck up your characters. So
fuck on.
So anyways, let's wave goodbye, guys, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you soon.
Yeah.
We back. Hey guys, we will be going through the last part of the session. We ran for almost 2 hours before we had our break, so it's probably a smaller side to the end of this. But right now we've just had Nia have fucking revelations. What would you all like to do?
So seeing all of this completed, and even before the last greater restoration, seeing Nia's condition and I'll look to Ignis and I'll look to Saren, and Auric will kind of like nod to Saren and then kind of gesture towards the bar. I think you need some rest, Nia. Or maybe a drink.
Both.
Just kind of gives a shrug as she imagine she was sitting down when all of this was being done, because this was going to be procedure. So she just kind of stands up and waits to follow someone.
And just gonna keep a hand on her back, and I'm just gonna kind of guide her to the bar, just so yeah, have you ever had liquor?
She just shakes her head.
This might be a good time for some.
As I begin to walk out with them, I look towards Auric. If you can happen to come across that special blade I was talking about earlier, and I put the coin in his hand, about 2,000 gold down, if you can.
Yes, this will help for sure.
And I go out with them to the bar.
Okay. So I'll just say he's also got that backpack there. It's got a little tag on it. It can fit 1,000 pounds worth of stuff in it. It is 150 cubic feet. But these backpacks work differently, and you didn't let him explain it, and he's not explaining it again. So someone else that knows about it might be found at some point. You'll just have to be confused. But it's a backpack of holding, and it's 7,500 gold. That's that's unfortunately just it's a big old bag of holding. Like you've got one of the biggest you can get. Depending on how much you are spending all up, he might give you a discount. We'll just see.
Well, we're spending money.
I know. You're like, 25,000 gold in one hand and then out the other. Just gone.
Yeah, well, it's just going to rot in our pockets otherwise. We don't pay taxes.
Pretty sure it was taxes that paid this.
Fuck the tax system.
That's true then. Yeah.
Okay,
all right.
So
special box.
As he comes back through, he's been like looking through, and he finally gets a special box open. And in it are 9 small stones. These are, from what Yako said, there was a goddess a while. She dead now, but they all do different things. He went on he used to be a bodyguard for the Elfie Emperor man. And he did a mission to retrieve these from like another plane, and we got from here. It was he with his, I guess you call it like a severance package. He got it. He bought them from the Emperor. Not the big special ones. There's some that are like apparently really crazy. But we have some here. I'm not entirely sure what they do. They're like in stones or something.
Do I have an idea of what these are?
You have an idea of what these are. Would you like to tell everyone what these are?
Iron stones.
9 iron stones.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a mother load. That's a mother load right there.
Yeah. This is why it's the special box that's locked.
Yeah.
And you can see on the inside of this box is so many wards of death and destruction that if you had tried to break into this box, you would have nuked half the city.
Yep.
It's made to destroy the stones as well in case the wrong people get it.
Jesus Christ, Yako, what can you get away with?
A lot.
You protect one official, and Jesus Christ.
You protect the most powerful man on the planet. Yeah, you get away with a lot.
Like, holy shit.
Are they, because there's more than 9 iron stone types.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't have more.
Do I know what these ones are? Particularly?
So they are not. So let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he doesn't have any greater absorption, mastery, or regeneration.
Okay.
He has the Stone of Strength, Leadership, Intellect, Insight, Fortitude, Agility, Absorption. And there's 2 others which are sort of a double up, so to speak.
Okay. Well, these are precious, Robert.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. He just picks one up, throws it in the air, and catches it. They're shiny.
Swear to all the gods. How are you still alive?
I don't know. I used to be pretty good at fighting. Got paid a lot.
That wasn't very nice.
I'm implying the man has extraordinary luck.
That's what my wife said. I'm a lucky man. But if you want one of these, just most, from what I've seen, most scholars have an idea of them, but I was told to only sell them to the right people. They had to be special, and I know you're friends with, Yakko, the Yak Man, and he thinks you're kind of special. He said you were the first person to talk to him on his boat. And you were a bit weird. But he likes you. So, what do you know which one you want here?
Do you have a price chart, perhaps, for these?
I'll have to find it, but what tickles your? I don't actually know what they do, so you tell me, and I'll look at the chart in a minute.
This is something that might require me to do a little bit more thoughtful analysis before I make such a quick decision. And depending on the price, we may not even be able to afford them. But before I make a choice on those and take a look at them, I'd like to settle the other things that we've purchased. After we've already purchased the diamonds, armor, and paper. But for the smoke bottles, the cloak of protection, Nia's mask, how much do those 4 things cost?
Sorry, could you go through that again, just for a moment?
So we've got the 100 gold pieces for the smoke bottles.
You got 10 of them, so that's 110. No, my maths is bad. How many?
1,000.
Thank you, big miss.
Bone's actually really good at math.
Alright, so he's got 1,000 for them.
Numbers better than letters.
Then what? What was next?
The cloak of protection.
The cloak of... Oh, I had that written down. I don't have to actually look that one up. Yeah.
Wait, those things costed 100 gold each?
I thought
No.
they were 10.
Then it's 100 gold for the 10 of them.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
Sloan is
Thank
not
God.
good at math.
Sloan said 100 gold
Apparently neither is
because
Shannon.
Imagine Oric was sitting there looking between the two, like, you running a shop,
No.
Bob.
I'm
No,
sorry.
you're okay. Like there was just a miscommunication there. You were right on the math, but just misheard.
Oh,
what
was
the
I?
math
Oh,
problem.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
I was very
Yeah.
embarrassed.
Added an
No,
I
you're
extra
got
okay.
it that
zero in
wrong.
there.
So,
I thought it was a miscommunication because I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. No, it means yeah.
You want that, you want the cloak of protection, you
Yes.
wanted... What else was there?
There's Nia's mask.
Yep, okay. So, oh my god, where's my sheet gone? Here. So, Nia's mask is 250 gold pieces. Cloak of protection is 850.
Okay. All right. So that is 1,200 total. With Ignis's 2,000, I'm also gonna put the Sunblade in there for Nia.
8,500. And are you still getting the bag of holding for all your shit?
Not yet.
Oh wait, it's. Oh wait, is the Sunblade the thing that Ignis was asking for? Is that for Nia, or are we getting the singing one?
So I decided we'd just get the Sunblade for Nia because it's
Okay.
it's a little bit better and it's not
It
as,
does radiant damage instead.
Let's just double check. Is
Okey-dokey.
the Sunblade a finesse weapon?
Oh, actually, yeah. Let's check that. Let's check
well,
that.
It
Yeah, that's
depends. Is it
important
a
because I am
longsword or a
very
short
high
sword?
dex. I'm very low strength.
If it's a
Uh,
short sword,
good
it should
call.
be.
It's a longsword. Oh wait,
Yeah.
while the
Longsword
blade
is
exists,
Still finesse.
while this blade
No.
exists, this magic longsword has the finesse property. If you're proficient with shorts or longswords, you're proficient with the sunblade. So yeah, the sunblade just always has the finesse property,
Hell yeah.
no matter what type of. So
Okay.
yeah, what have I done?
You're good.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm cool with this.
Go hunt down Strahd.
All right.
Oh, it's Sam.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So we have 10,500 gold left. But I wanted to see the cost for those Ioun stones before we commit to the bag of holding.
Yes. Give me a minute, because those ones I had written down as what I wanted to have here, and then in my bad
we
prep,
may want
didn't
to
find the
transition to some bar RP, because it's also going to take me a second to think about which one, if any of those are worth it to buy.
Over in the bar, Shannon, do you want to go drink and eat at the bar? Do you want to go join them, or you want to just stand with Auric while he does maths?
I'll stay with Auric while he does
Okay.
math.
No worries. So next door, you guys are sitting there, and there's like a keg of beer that you guys can get into if you want. There's a bottle of scotch you guys can get into. He will make you pay from the end. And he sort of pops his head in and just points out what you can have. And then he opens a cupboard, and there's croissants and muffins in there that you can have as well.
Oh, perfect.
Chocolate croissants.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Definitely
out
gonna
on
snag some of
this.
those for Sloan. So, because I know that she likes chocolate now, because I've seen it. So, but yeah, definitely gonna get some liquor for Nia to sip on, because probably not beer, because beer's gonna. And this is a tough thing. So Sarah's just like, you need liquor and something to sip on, because I don't think you're gonna be chugging anything at the moment. So, just a little bit of scotch.
Get this one an old fashioned. It's sweet.
Okay.
She's just kind of sits down. She just kind of nods every now and then. So very off in her head.
Do you?
When. Oh, go ahead.
Do you want to talk about what's come back to your mind, or would that help you sort it out? Or
You're gonna find out regardless, I guess. If I run into my brother again, he's gonna probably be screaming about it, like he always does. Do you remember when... Question. Oh wait, before I say this, we all were there when Auric found out that the cult was looking for children of dragons, weren't we? We all know this?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I'm not about to meta. Sorry. Do you remember when Auric said that his daughter was taken because they wanted children touched by dragons? That's why the cult took me. She just kind of like touches her metal arm. I come from an old family. We've been around for a while. Our village was hidden because one person in every generation isn't a humanoid. They're a half dragon. They're called the Keeper. We're there to protect the village. And everything inside. My brother Hexen was, we thought, going to be the next one. My uncle was the last one. He didn't have kids. So he looked at me and my brothers. We thought it was going to be Hexen. It wasn't. He chose me. Hexen got mad, threatened to do the ritual that was done on me again. And that ritual kills the last keeper because it's transferring a soul from one person to another. So I ran away from home. I was scared. I didn't think anyone would stop him. Or could.
So, are you Are you telling me right now that your brother was going to force the ritual after you had already done it and basically attempt to kill you?
I heard my brother and father having a fight the night I ran away. He was angry because he felt that it was his birthright. And my father wasn't hearing any of it, but it didn't really help. Hexen's been that way my entire life. Not really anyone stepped in to stop him other than my brother Savrith and my uncle. My uncle died when he transferred the soul to me.
Well, hope you don't mind me saying, but this Hexen fellow, well, he's a piece of shit. It's not how a brother should be.
He's always been that way.
Well, sorry that you had to call such a person a brother. It's not right.
He's not my brother anymore. He
Good.
sold me to the cult because he wanted the dragon.
I'm just gonna...
The reason I'm missing my arm is because he took it.
Saren's like eyes, like her pupil, which is like a lighter, like kind of tan brown and not black, is just kind of like flaring up with like radiant light and just like a bit of just quietly seething with a bit of anger, just hearing this, and she just sips on her drink and just like, oh.
Hey. I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You don't need to. It's not your fault.
No. I had spoken words that were unfair to you. And I said things that should never have been spoken to by somebody through so much.
Sorry I've been so mean.
Everyone's a little mean. Even I can be a little mean. That's a rare occasion, but I care about people. I care about people who want to live and breathe. And for you to see that through all of this, that it makes you not wish to live and breathe, that is horrible and unfair. And you should have never gone through all that undeserved pain. And
It's my fault.
none
My
of this
family
was
would
your
still
fault.
be, my family would still be alive if I had just stayed. I would have been able to stop Sloane if I had stayed. I would have been able to fight the raiders off.
Those are
So-
choices of the past.
And that's not
So-
guaranteed, Nia. I know that what's been passed down through you is strong and it's important to your people to protect, but things can always be brought down. And you might have been brought down with them that day if you were still there. And I know that you feel guilt, but I feel like your brother and your uncle are happy that you weren't there because you're still here.
I remember an old saying, and I think it might be best for you. A castle of stone cannot be easily put back together. But a fortress of wood, even when burned to the ground, can always be rebuilt.
It looks like that she's like really, that I don't know how to describe that seemed to have caught her attention, but she seems to like be concentrating as she's like looking into her glass, just like mulling that over in her head a few times.
You hear it. Is everyone all right in here? I feel the mood's dropped a lot.
Oh, so sorry.
Just Guy's gone and
Having a bit of a
doing
moment.
something important. Yes, he's doing something very
yeah,
important.
this is Yako's come in and he's like just trying to see why everyone's so sad. Everyone doing okay? Where's Auric and Sloan?
Still buying.
They're settling some purchases.
God, you left them alone with Bob. Okay, no worries. I'll be back in a moment. And he goes next door. And
By
just
the
sort
way,
of, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna talk to these two. I wanted to know if you have any particular questions, something that a being of a higher plane might be able to answer. A good being.
With that, I'll let you guys think about that as you go next door.
Start thinking your questions.
Auric, Sloan, you are having fun here with Bob.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Right, Jocko. Thank the gods you're here.
I'm holding all the things.
I was very surprised that he was looking for you when I returned to Duskwall for a short while. You were meant to help him out, apparently, and you left him there.
Well, it was the trouble of Sloan may have killed a man, and there may have been
We have to
dangerous
keep
people
talking
after
about
us.
Okay, all right.
Granted, Yako, and you also left him there. It was your boat we left on.
I was not beholden to the man in the slightest. Anyways, let's find out what you need. You're looking at the iron stones. There's 2 that are cracked and the rest are in good order. They're pricey, Auric. Do you have the funds? He sort of like looks you up and down as you're a little bit... You look nicer now, but you've been a bit disheveled in the past. They're almost...
Well...
They're between 20 and 25,000 gold pieces each.
Yep,
The cracked ones...
This box.
The cracked ones are 10,000, but they sometimes can be a bit weaker than a flawless stone.
Well, perhaps in the future. Our funds are tied up in other things, so... Yeah,
what iron
beautiful.
stones were you specifically looking for, actually? Just so I know.
I mean, generally, like... I don't know, like which are the ones you said
Absorption
they
one.
didn't have? I think you said there was the absorption one.
He doesn't have the greater absorption, mastery, or regeneration.
Okay.
There is a
absorption one
there's a basic absorption. There's a basic absorption one that is cracked, which means you can actually have one of those, but it's 10,000. And the only thing that is different is it won't do a 4th level; it'll do a 3rd level.
Yeah. See, when I was thinking about it, I was probably honestly like Auric was looking at potentially getting one. Not for him, but like getting maybe the strength one for Sloan because I know she doesn't have max strength yet.
Yeah. So yeah, the cracked one will increase your strength by 2.
That's all I need.
However, it's a bit most of these stones have a 10 hit points. This one would only have 5 hit points.
Yeah, I'm not thinking it would be more worth it to buy Sloane a nice axe than to get her that. Okay. Oric would look to Yako and Bob. I don't believe these are in our direct path now, but we're to return over from our future endeavors. I would like to revisit these.
No worries. He sort of closes it up, locks it up, slides it away.
Do you have any magical great axes that are not too pricey, but still a good product?
He looks
For
at
you to
Sloane,
use?
and then his eyes, his two different colored eyes, glow for a moment. He just like runs a hand over like Sloane's aura, her presence. It's like, well, I'm assuming it's not for you, and she should not use it. And he sort of snaps his fingers, and a little martini glass just appears on the counter, and he just has a sip. He's like, you know, I talked to her, and she said I could use a few of her pieces of some of the below decks to make this establishment, so I can snap my fingers and get a drink whenever I want. Anyone thirsty?
Oh, are we still in? So we're inside the ship still, technically.
Well, not quite. We don't have any, like, you can't walk from here to the onto the
Magical
ship.
extension of.
But yes, her will is here.
Why
Can I snap my fingers for a drink? Or do I have to ask you?
Hold on.
You have to ask me. Did not work, unfortunately. No.
Damn.
But
Why can't...
and he gets like a little like elven cocktail and passes it to you.
Oh, lovely.
Cheers.
Bob.
Sip, sip.
Cheers. Bob will take the bag.
Like he grabs a bag. So actually, I think I was wondering if there's a sort of drink you would like. And he snaps his fingers again, and this like big like pint glass, but it's like warm, like chocolate liqueur. And he just like slides it over to you. Try that.
Why can't I
you
use
know not the
that
terror you
that
have unleashed.
axe?
Oh, that's right. We were having a conversation. Never mind.
I also got distracted.
The problem with it is, you really can't. That weapon you're holding, you don't want to go against what's inside it.
I know. Why do
And
you
he sort of has an
think my
idea.
face looks like this?
You know, Tamel is very skilled, and maybe between myself, Oric, and we could even try Ignis, we could try reforge the weapon into something more suitable for you. Though, doing so will potentially... There's
To make it angry?
There's something... What is that blade? It doesn't feel like a blade, it feels like...
God.
Well, yes, but also...
A bear?
hell. Or something similar.
You're not wrong.
Could you tell me what you know about this, please?
Drugs fight bears.
There's what Tamel told us about it last he was here, or last we were with you all. Though Sloane may know more since she's had encounters with the creature inside, but it holds the spirit or soul or whatever of a god of war.
Interesting. Yes, I do believe you mentioned something like that. Bob, ring up the receipt. We're going next door for a drink. And, don't disturb us
Do you
until
by
you
any
cook some
chance,
food.
by any
Yes.
chance have a second cloak of protection?
No, just the one. I could order one in from Duskfall. Unless standard shipping, about 8 weeks.
I think we're okay for now. We might, before we leave, come back for some minor things like potions and whatnot.
We've got plenty of them. Bob, feeling like lamb. Bring some lamb for our guests. And he grabs you and Sloane and goes next door. So what was the total price of everything when you add the 7,500 gold back?
Total price. So I more so subtracted it. subtract from our totals, but total price was.
Or just tell me how much you have left.
We have 3,000 gold left.
Okay.
After
Potions, the way I use potions is you don't roll, you just get the max amount. Because I
okay.
prefer people to just, I spent money, I actually get to not die now. But they do tend to be a little bit pricier sometimes.
Pricier because of that, yeah.
So basic potions, you're looking at 75 gold pieces each,
Okay.
and then the more expensive ones do jump up significantly.
Okay.
So if you just want to grab some and like throw them in the bag.
Yeah. We'll do that. I'll calculate that for us. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you mean just say like, you get like 1,000 gold potions? A few of the mine, a few of the better ones.
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay. All right. Cool. We'll discuss that after. But he's like, all right, let's go. And he goes next door. And Sloane has the blade, and he just whatever conversation you guys are having, Yako is he's a bit full of himself. He just like interrupts, like sits down in the middle of you, and like is holding Sloane's, like linked in Sloane's arm, and is walking with you, patting you on the arm as you're drinking your drink. Like, has your blade ever talked to you at all? Has it done anything at all? It's very interesting. Hello everyone. And he starts sipping his drink.
Oh look, we have the rest of our attendants. Anyways, like I was saying, who wants to talk to?
I'm talking to Sloane. Just wait a moment. And he just like shushes you down.
It actually took my heart.
Oh, that's right. Sloane was dead for a little while.
What?
Marcus started just reading his book.
Nani?
Yeah,
Interesting. Did it say anything, or did it just kill you?
My memory's a little foggy, but I think it said something like, accept it or take the power or something like that. I ended up doing it, and I don't know if I regret it yet, but I'm thinking that I do.
Do you have any more clear Auric, you're a wizard of some power. Have you got any way to like clear up her memories so we could get a better idea of... I'm not really good at that sort of thing myself.
No.
Conjuration, not bad. Divination, not so much.
Nova, I have a question.
Yes?
Because this information was locked before because Nia didn't have her memory of her teachings as a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know what the blade was locked up for? Why we were keeping it and why we were protecting it?
Make history check.
$21.
Okay. Yeah, so that blade is one of the layers of the abyss. And it has a demonic war god inside it that it has over time overpowered the elven god of this setting, and pretty much trying to rule and eat other gods to gain their power. But it, for some reason, put itself in a blade. No one can find out why it did that, but it put itself in the blade and came to the material realm.
And it was just one of the artifacts we were protecting.
Yeah.
I think
potentially the most dangerous one.
Yeah. At the talk of this, I think Nia kind of perks up. I remember something.
Speak up.
That sword is a bit more than just a god and a blade. It's a lair of the abyss. It's a lair of the abyss. It was an artifact we were protecting in Veclarum.
Wait.
Probably the worst one.
It talked to me. It told me to take it. When it spoke to me last time, it said if I wanted to save the world, if I wanted to save my friends, I had to accept the power.
Well, a war god, the abyss. This interesting, and it hasn't talked to you anymore at all, Sloan?
I honestly can't remember. Shannon doesn't remember. I don't think it did, right?
You don't remember when you went to a warehouse and murdered a bunch of people who were trying to get in?
Oh, yeah, I remember
And
that.
you became the werebear.
And it kind of like took you into the blade and had a conversation with you? It piloted your body and murdered all
It said
the
that
people?
it said that it would die if you didn't accept its offer.
Well, and
Wait,
then
went
isn't
full
that when it said
Kratos?
like if you don't take the power or like you gotta take it to save your friends?
And also, anytime you want to be able to talk to it, if you kill enough people, it can talk to you and answer questions.
Yeah. Okay. Also, like I said, yes, it did. It told me that if I wanted to save my friends, I had to accept the power, and that it would die if I didn't.
Well, that makes sense. Trapping itself on the material plane would cut it off from its followers. Does it have any demands? Do you know why it's here? Curious.
Nobody knows why. We were never able to figure it out.
Well, but you're not the one holding the blade. I don't imagine many of your people tried to communicate with, I believe that's Yosemir, a demonic war god.
Sloan just mentioned saving the world, so I feel like it has some kind of knowledge of something that's going to happen.
Okay.
Something's coming.
Do you know how to access that knowledge, Sloan? Have you got any way of communication?
It's very messy.
How so?
I have to spill blood to do it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what they say about omelets and eggs.
That's what I've been saying.
Well, sometimes yes, you need to kill a few.
So I don't want to. I've done enough.
Well, if apparently the world is ending, maybe our moral, ethical lines might need to shift a bit. I could get you really drunk beforehand, makes it real easy to do anything you need to do.
I don't know if that's a wise idea.
No,
What is your last name?
Be fun though.
What is your last name again?
My name?
Last name, yes.
Don't think we're that close yet, Ignis.
I'm just gonna push my drink
Yoko?
away.
Yes?
I take Nia's drink.
But there's people that don't. They should not die just because I need to talk to this person, this figure, this god. That's not right.
Well, there's
I am 100% in agreement with you.
There's a gladiatorial fighting pits in under the docks. There's a bit of
My
a black
goddess,
market
why
ring.
do you want this so bad?
I don't. I'm curious. Look. Oh, yeah. No, I don't believe you two know me that well.
Insight fucking check this motherfucker.
Go for it.
He's not giving me the full goddamn story here.
These three hired me for. I'll say this and I'll let you know things. These three hired me to transport them around, and they didn't have any real money, and they almost had some Sanguinar destroy my boat, which is, very precious to me. Their payment is stories, things that I will find interesting. I've been around for a long time, Ignis, and this is interesting to me. I want to know why.
I don't want it anymore. I don't like the way it makes me feel, or what it makes me do, even if it does save the world. I don't know. Maybe I do. I'm very confused.
So that's a 25 on that insight check.
He's telling the truth. He's just a bored immortal that wants to see interesting things, and that makes him a bit callous, a lot callous. He's. Yeah, I think him and Auric have a very similar understanding of the world at some points, but Auric being around friends more often is a bit
made
more
me weak.
Yes, more humanized you, which is hilarious because you're not. Look, like I said, we have a place you could spill blood without, doing anything wrong per se. I mean, it's still black market underground fighting.
Kill people, Yako.
They're going to fight to the death anyway. They signed up for it.
I commiserate with your curiosity, Yako, and your methods. And while several months ago I would be very on board for this experiment, perhaps redirection of the experiment to those who we are going to kill regardless. We are planning on assaulting places held by the cultists eventually. I'm certain we will spill blood there.
Well, let's... I did say we could try reforge the sword, and that might be a plan. However, we're talking now about not just breaking a blade, but cracking open the abyss.
I don't think it will like that if we try to do that.
I don't think reality will like it if we break open the abyss. However, maybe we could find a way to contain it. Maybe we can use this to our advantage.
This actually might be worth talking about because the best thing I can say is, who wants to talk to the goddess of light?
I think I would like to pass, actually.
You want no answers from her?
A lot's happened today. I don't think I can take any more.
Ooh, she's frozen.
Yeah, she is. We'll just see how that goes for a moment.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else want to talk to a goddess? Ask questions?
I have a question for them. This is something that I was going to speak with you all about. Something that was brought up to me by my brother. Is it possible to merge Tiamat back with the original parts to become... Oh no.
Yep. So just to everyone watching, we're just going to leave this for a moment. The messed up screen, because otherwise it'll be re-messed up when she rejoins. So she shouldn't be too long. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I've just got a message from her. Just wait a second. I think I got a message from her. Let's double check.
I don't know where I have to go because I don't see straight.
Hey, my power just flickered. Reset the router. Be back ASAP. Yeah, cool. When she comes back, everyone, we're gonna say she's dead. All right, Lee is dead.
Oh, that's mean.
I am me.
God.
I know.
No, anyway, no, yeah. My question is, can we merge Tiamat back with its original full body to become a Titan again?
Okay. Yeah, because it's just going to be like, maybe, should we you want to break Felix out of prison? Potentially, if you guys make some plans about that, when you want to talk to your goddess, you will have questions that you could answer in regards to that prison break. So maybe we start making plans and Nia here just gets very sad for a bit longer.
It's true. These questions some of these long-term, broader questions may be able to wait until after we are done with our current predicament.
All right.
Because if we can ask questions that make it more simple to rescue Felix, we can then also get a lot of information out of Felix. Seems a very wise man.
Wise is, well, he's very experienced.
Oh,
Well,
is
that's
he?
where wisdom comes from.
Not in that way, but if you want to talk about that experience, we could talk later there, Yako. Anyways.
He snaps his fingers twice more and gets 2 more drinks and just slides one to you and sips.
Yeah, you take it.
So,
But yes, so for Felix, well, you're talking about interfering with the walk down towards when they are going to hang him to teleport him out. Suppose something that I'm having difficulty coming up with is if there is a true diplomatic way to get his innocence without having to force it into a trial by combat. But that just may be me blinded by my own impulses, as usual.
Who would we need to convince?
Well, House Vaughn, mainly. That's where he's being held, and they are the ones that are pressing the hardest for everything.
to commute.
Give me just 1 second, Ron.
Solve this problem without having to fight.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's one.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, I have to talk to her like she's an actual goddess.
Okay.
Somebody really intelligent, and that's the way I'm playing it. Because
Yeah, and I'm not
I
good
play
with
like a
words.
character.
So,
The gods are also fickle with their responses.
Yes. More simply, I have a slight high hope, but we'll see.
Well, time is infinite and great and beautiful in all choices. Everything that can happen will happen. So I'm assuming the answer will be yes, but we will still not know what it is. It doesn't hurt to ask, because if they say no, we know. Certain grace to that certainty.
she's back.
So
Hey.
sorry. The
That's okay.
power
It's
went
fine.
out.
Wait, just keep
Uh,
keep on roleplaying. You didn't miss much.
But I do want to know. There are no answers to any questions you would like to, or is there something else you prefer to avoid?
I've had enough for one day. I don't have anything I want to know right now, but everyone else go ahead.
All right, so
What
see if we
sort
can
of...
even
Go ahead.
Oh, so the first question is to see if we can figure out how to convince someone, or if there might be even somebody that would be able to commute Felix's execution.
Maybe we can maybe we can word that better to ask who we could talk to be able to achieve this. And if it's not possible, it will just be nobody. But if it is possible, they tell us who we go to.
Don't think the gods will give us those answers.
I don't really know how it works.
Be as simple as a name,
Well,
or
let's-
a vision of a face.
Let's plan out this a bit more in depth, shall we? You want to talk to House Vaughn and see if you can change the execution?
Yes.
And if that succeeds, what's next?
We would have to relocate him, because even if we, by the law and publicly, have him secured and freed of all these charges, I do have a strong suspicion that my family will still send some hired help to deal with him, which maybe transporting him to Yuckelheim might still be a good thing to do.
I know that these two, when he points to Auric and Ignis, are particularly dangerous with their magic. Maybe we could find a way to protect your friend from their magics, and then set off something big, something really, really big, destroying a large area, and in the explosion, the damage, and the chaos, teleports out. Not even a body was found at the source of whatever happened.
I see.
I actually have a secondary plan for that. That's why I bought those.
So make it seem as though Felix was properly executed, so to speak.
Or there was an attack of some sort, or, some crazy radicals, some zealots wanted to make sure he suffered.
Oh my god!
Okay. So we went. So are we talking about this as a backup plan or something that we will enact after if we achieve this diplomatic?
My thought here is that if you get him to do the commute and you want to make sure he looks like he's died, that's a good way to do it where you can't really have people get eyes on him. If you can make a big fuss somewhere, we have Guy making plans to make distractions. That means far less eyes will be on your friend. Hey, gigantic fireballs really do a number on the surrounding property.
Oh man, I know something about that.
It'll make sure that they don't think he's left alive. And should your plan fail and you can't get him out of prison and move him, you just pulled the same stunt at the actual execution. You trial by combat, get him free, still blow some shit up.
So this is an idea to try at least to ensure the Vaughn or the Jusong do not send hired help after him. Because if we can commute his sentence, we don't have to worry about the Vaughns. Like you said, if your family will send folk after him, we need to give them a reason not to do that.
Yes, so they need to think that he's dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's other ways to do that. We have lots of diamonds.
I really don't want to send the man through reviving. He's already been through a lot, so I would rather just fake a death.
It's a good third option in case we can't fake it. Definitely not priority. We don't want to do that. And Auric will kind of look to Yakos when he says that, kind of with a face of like...
Feel like
I
a wink and a nod.
understand.
Yeah.
I will ask her if there is a way to fake a death.
The answer was yes. Oh, good. Thank you. Helpful.
I understand it.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe I can protect him from a surge of magic, potentially.
Well, that actually might be useful. So...
as well, or
any other...
Sorry, just 1 second.
Yeah.
You've had some crazy wild magic surges that I've heard of.
Yes, they've been quite gruesome.
Intentionally causing one could be an interesting distraction.
Oh my god, let's not do
Well,
that. The dark memories.
Demons
Sphere of
ended up
annihilation.
coming out one time. His face turned into a black hole. I'm not too sure.
I mean, that could
Well,
be
yeah.
the
Sphere of Annihilation this morning was...
that was somewhat...
Let's not. Yeah, let's not do that. So we have a question.
Saren,
Yes.
perhaps we talk with the Vaughn first. Perhaps you and I can speak with them, and the others can come with. Well, Nia can wear her mask. They may not like me. I don't remember exactly what the relationship was last I saw them. I know they did not like Leaf after whatever he did in that vault. But if that doesn't work, we can use our magic. We can use the charges. We can get Mel to look at the charges that the Marius gave to young Nia here. They may prove helpful in this distraction as well. And
How can I help?
we need to do
I
the
don't
combat,
know.
the trial by combat. You'll be very helpful.
But before that, if we don't get to do that, I mean, I don't have magic. I don't know.
Well, you can be close at hand in case something goes wrong with transporting Felix out, because those guards will they'll need to make short work of them. So whoever is on teleportation duty will need their escort in Sloane unless she is fighting the trial.
Yes.
Well, the good news is that I always have a way to keep people away from other people. You know, walls of fire if necessary.
So, let me just make sure my mind understands this path of events. Seren and Auric are going to go speak to the Vans and see what they can do. If you can get him moved en route, you're going to create a large distraction, and we'll make sure that Guy is doing something somewhere else in the city so that people aren't around as much as they should be. Should things go bad, you have the lovely Nia and Sloane as bodyguards. Most likely that means Auric would be the one providing the distraction, while the young Ignis here provides the teleportation. And if there's anyone from the family or assassins or anything, I believe, Seren, you would be excellent counter surveillance. I mean, you could be up high and stab people really good. I probably won't get too involved, but I'll watch. It sounds like a lot of fun. And if things get out of hand, I can always step in, but I'll see how it goes first. I think you can handle it.
I was actually going to ask you about that because you and your compatriot apparently have some information on Felix that do help prove his innocence. Would we be able to have that?
Let's get to that a little bit later.
We can talk about that when you have your information gathered. Because that we will need to take with us to the Vaughns. This doesn't seem like, no matter what happens, Sarah and your parents or your family are not going to listen to something like that, right?
Well, it's not exactly my parents that are the problem, but it is the head of the Vaughn house in general. So, but if maybe making a promise of silence might be able to adjust for this.
To silence Felix with what he's been saying.
Yes. Which
that is one path.
And then if he's killed, he doesn't have to keep that promise.
Killed.
Yes.
So that's one plan, and then if it all fails, we're kind of just shifting all of this to a trial by combat, yes? You request trial by combat, you put Sloane in, then we have counter surveillance still, we have Nia being a bit of a bodyguard, we just get things close enough, still set off a bit of a boom, teleportation, and we're out. We
exactly.
Leave.
Yes.
It's a solid plan. I think you guys have done very well. How are you all feeling about it, though? You don't seem too happy. Why so glum?
I just know that it's not going to go that smoothly. And so I'm just preparing myself to fight for whatever conflict ends up happening. But also There's been a lot this morning, and a lot of tension amongst the group. A lot has happened, and she like kind of rubs Nia's back as she says that. So I think maybe you all should have a bit of a break to yourselves. And Nia, you wanted to talk to Tamel, right?
She kind of like gets a little smaller in her chair, but she nods.
So I am pleased with this plan, but I think that maybe everyone needs a bit of a moment to breathe as well. There's been a lot.
Okay. How about this? Sit, let that lamb cook. We can have a chat and a drink. You can cast your spell you wish to cast. After that, I'll take whoever wants to come see Tamel and the boat down that way. The rest of you can go about your day. And we plan to make you plan to make an expedition to the Vans at sunrise. That way they know you're coming, we can make an appointment, and it'll all be smooth. How's that sound to everyone?
Okay.
Perfect.
Like a moment in your experimentation chamber, eventually.
No worries. Nia, are you okay if I cast a spell on you? Something small? And he's just going to just sort of like place a hand on your head softly and cast Calm Emotions. Just try to like settle you a little bit.
Okay. I think she relaxes a little bit.
Okay. Well, it's about that time, and that sets us up nicely because what I want to do at the start of next session, I'm sorry, Yarrow, that didn't happen today. Start of next session, straight into that commune, because that will be a good thing. You guys can really solidify between now and then what you want those questions to be, and I can actually try to write a good scene for you. Right, I hope everyone enjoyed that. Thank you very much for the raids that we had. That was really appreciated. It was a bit of a slow RP session, but I kind of like these every now and again, just being able to go, okay, what needs to get done, what needs to get fixed.
Going so much lately. It was really nice
restocking.
to slow down.
Yeah, this was
Yeah.
really
You wanna know what? I've given up on my camera.
Needed.
Yeah, I feel like
We needed this.
Aaron's about to drop kick his camera into the next room.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll do a real quick favorite moments and who you are, where you're from, all kind of at once. You know, we'll go around and do that. So I'll make a Arron last, and we'll start with the one, the only, the very, very sort of sad barbarian at the moment. I don't want to hurt people. But also fiery rogue.
people.
Shannon.
So
I really appreciate how Saren is like the level-headedness of the group and just kind of like keeps us on a nice constant when things start to ramp up or things start to seem hopeless. Like she's always there to make sure that we stay focused and stay on track. So I really like that. Way to go, Saren. Yay.
Okay. And
Are we doing outros at the same time
yeah.
too? Okay, cool. All right. Cool. Hi, I'm Shannon. I've been your sad, bloody tear barbarian that likes sweets and apparently chocolate liquor. It's like hot chocolate with booze in it.
It is delicious.
Yeah, right. I am from Paradise Productions. I'm our community manager over there. On Monday nights, I play my beloved rogue Scarlet. And I am one half of the Sean and Shannon Power Hour. And we recap our sessions. So come hang out with us on Sunday night so we can you can catch up before we head into episode 40. What? 42, something in the 40s.
41.
On Monday. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's me.
Okay. Next up, we'll have Kelsey.
It's me. Hi, I'm Kelsey, also Woroguzu on Twitter and YouTube, where I draw a bunch of things, and where on YouTube I tell the story of the game the first game I ever DM'd called Atlantis. And my favorite moment was, it's hard to choose because I had a lot of favorite moments here. Freaking, I like Yako's reaction to Saren with that just like very quick, like hint, nudge, like flirt drop in there. And Nia's reaction, like to her memories, was really nice. Like not nice, but how it was done was like very good and just gosh. And lastly, also, I just really appreciate Oric being like, do you have a second like cloak of protection? Because I'm just like, oh, he tried. But yeah, just to cheat and say a few quick things. So that's me.
Okay. Oric.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sean. I'm from Paradise Productions. I'm the creative director over there, and I am one half of the most powerful hour on the internet, the Sean and Shannon Power Hour. I'm the DM of our flagship show, Advantage in Paradise, over there. And I have been Oric tonight. Bad dad, but sometimes okay dad.
Getting better, Dad.
Yeah, improving father. But yes, I say my favorite. There's a lot of there's a lot of small moments tonight's session, like a lot of like small, interesting, really cool moments from everybody. It's one of those sessions where it's hard to pick like one. Like some sessions you've got like, this is the big thing that I really liked. This one, there's a lot of small, really nice. This was just a really solid episode throughout. But I would say my favorite moment was Sloane trying to talk about magic with Bob, and the two of them just sort of being like, it's like, I love that she kept doing this. It magically does this. And Bob just being like, that sounds really cool, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought that was really, really fun. And it's cool too, because I think it's like moments like that are interesting because Sloane doing something on her own that she normally would make other people help her with, and trying to do those things on her own, I think is really interesting. And having this kind of person Bob to commiserate with, and the fact they both can't really read too well.
Yep.
But I think Sloane can read more than Bob, so I feel like I feel like there's going to be a time very soon where Sloane's like, no, Bob, it's this.
That's not what that says.
Bob, your S's are backwards. I know.
I know. It took me a long time.
Oric slapped my knuckles once with a ruler. I don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you end up introducing yourself? My brain skipped there.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. We're still waiting for Yara to fix his thing.
Oh no, it's gonna stay that way for now.
Okay.
It should be fine.
Yara, who are you? Where are you from? And favorite moment?
Hi, I'm Arron. I am otherwise known as the RGN. I am the creator of the parody series of Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon, known as How to Be an Adventurer. I'm also the Dungeon Master over on D6. We are getting ready for our next campaign coming up relatively soon. Just some stuff in talks. I'm rebuilding the set. I just got the brand new overlay, so there was so much coming along, and also I finally have all 4 of my players. To which actually one of them I guess I can announce one of them. I will be having Connor from the Unexpectables campaign join for the new D6 campaign. I'm super excited to have him on, and I'll be revealing more as we go along. So one of my favorite moments is a lot of just being able to do a near back-to-back greater restorations. Just like being able to see that there is not just one or two things going on with Nia. There are like 5, 6 things that are kind of, you have to kind of pick apart at those things slowly. Hopefully if we get that long rest, I'll be able to clear out a lot of interesting situations. And so
I
I'm
wonder
really
why
looking
this woman's so fucked.
So there, hopefully more RP with that. And also getting her the Sunblade was relatively awesome. I can't wait to RP on that situation. And yeah, I think that's about it for me. I'm looking forward to more stuff next week. Hopefully my camera won't be as, gooey.
All right. Lastly, we have Shelby.
Hi, my name is Shelby. Blah, 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 blah. My name is Shelby
That's
or
it, she's
Whistle.
done.
I'm from the. Hi, my name is Shelby or Whistle. I'm from the channel Whistle While You Work. It's a channel where I tell stories from my D&D experience and I draw whatever fun fantasy stuff comes to mind. I am the sole producer behind a series called Into the Farwood. It's a mostly one-woman production of a creepy retelling of an arc I went through a D&D campaign in. I also play Luna Icewind, a big badass muscle swords lady over on Joe Cat's Necro Hunt with Arron here. And I've been playing Nia, and everybody took my favorite moment, so I'm gonna be fucking selfish and pick what my favorite moment with Nia was, and that was her fucking brain getting broken when I finally got my memories back. Because I've been talking about wanting this greater restoration since season 2. I've been talking about like I need this to like progress, and now I'm like, well, shit, I have it now.
And so much more.
So I love how that scene went down. I love that it was Ignis who did it because of all the strife we've had between you, all the animosity Nia's had towards you. Let's be honest, this has mostly been very one-sided.
Fair enough.
I thought it was really important that it was Ignis that did it. I feel like that was really good for character growth. I'm very excited about all of the RP that happened, but that meant a lot to me as a player.
Okay. And hi, my name is Kyle or Nova. I run Roll for Damage. You will find me here on Roll for Damage, and on Twitter as Roll for Damage, and on just around. I have my own personal Twitter. I just keep forgetting to not use it and use only Roll for Damage at this point. So my favorite moment. There was a few little things. I love the little bit of banter between Bob and Auric that Bob doesn't realize is like, because like Auric's just like, oh, Bob, why? And Bob's just doing his normal thing, and you're just like, yeah. So like, and it's only Auric which I think finds him frustrating. Every now and again, Nia might, but that's about it. The other thing, I'll just to jump onto what Kelsey said. Just the amount of time I've had people be like, fuck, Yako's hot or whatever from his artwork. It's funny to have like a player finally be like, yep, I'll talk to you later, and he's like, yep, no worries, because he'll bang anything. So
Cool. Saren's actually pretty horny, so yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Got a stressful heist ahead of you. Got to get the tension out.
Say she's got some stress she needs to release.
So yeah, you just might have to deal with his ex later.
Oh god, have fun with that.
She's mean.
Have fun dealing with that
This
crazy
is
bitch.
Operation Get Your Fuck On. Yes.
Just take a number outside Yarrow.
Are they exes?
Yako's door.
They're like the epitome of Facebook status. It's complicated.
Yeah,
God.
that's it.
She's just in charge of a really massive crime ring.
Nothing to worry about really. Right. Other than that, I think I'd like to thank Hero Forge, and here's a model Sean prepared earlier and Shannon broke earlier.
Break it.
That one you haven't broken.
No, but I wouldn't be throwing stones if you're living in glass houses. You broke a Hero Forge mini very
Yeah.
recently.
I did.
Yeah.
There and
Right.
forge your hero. HeroForge.com.
Yeah.
I
So,
have 7 different versions of Scarlet.
thank you very much, Hero Forge. And once again, though it's over, if they have late pledging, or if they don't, still go check it out.
They do. They do have late
Hit point
pledging.
press,
We checked
Fool's
yesterday.
Gold. Check it out. Yeah, it was great to be contacted by them to have some fun with that setting. Thanks Dingo, thanks Felix, thanks Hit Point Presses, Rico and Graham. You guys are all awesome, and we'll probably try to talk to you soon. Other things from the channel real quick. We have a thing up on DM's Guild. Go check it out. I'll throw the thing in the chat for you to go see if you wish. Exclamation MM enter. Yay. And other than that, we have a charity event coming up on the 4th and 5th of December. Everyone here will be part of it in some capacity. Please, if you want to help sick kids, we are raising money for St. Jude's Research Hospital, who, have a specialization in cancer, which is a big, important thing for me in my life. So,
Not just a specialization in cancer, but St. Jude's, their research goes all around the world. It's not isolated just to them. All of their research is open source for the rest of the world. It's really important because they help kids everywhere. It's not just here.
Yeah.
So, we want to do as best we can. I'm hoping to raise $1,000 for them across the 48-hour stream. If we beat that, I'm going to have goals. I have goals for hitting markers, and there's giveaways. Find out more about them later. I'll be doing some advertising for that pretty soon. I think that
Help me
covers...
convince Nova to play a game of Phasmophobia with me.
Well, we're playing either Phasmophobia or we're playing Among Us drunk at midnight on the...
I say we go with...
I joined that.
Yeah?
I say we go Phasmophobia if it's going to be at midnight. Let's be spooky.
Yeah, so, it's like a 3 or 4 hour block.
I know,
We do an
I
hour and a
can
half
do
of each.
Phasmo.
The more the merrier. It's fine. We'll figure out the logistics later.
Especially with Phasmophobia's new nightmare mode. Hell yeah.
I just want to follow you around screaming out the ghost name just because it'll piss you off.
Oh no, there's a fucking creepy campground now that looks like Camp Crystal Lake. It's amazing.
Oh, did you do that one?
No, there is a Jason Easter egg on it. It's amazing.
I
It
love
makes me
Jason.
so happy.
Okay.
Me too. Favorite slasher.
Sorry.
So, is there any... I think that's everything. I think we've covered all the grounds, all the things. Let's find someone to raid that's doing...
Yeah, who's...
Dungeons and Durgans.
Dork
I know
Tales is not
Monty.
on right now.
Oh,
Who we've got?
I was gonna recommend Monty from the Unexpectables is currently live, but
Is he doing D&D stuff? We
Pokemon.
try to hit up that.
she's doing Pokemon right now. So
Dork Tales has chapter 21 running right now. TPK roleplay
Yeah, we could do Dog
is on
Tales.
episode 4.
Let's do Dog Tales. So
That's such a good D&D name. I love that name.
we're
It's a great
going to run a
Dork Tales. Woo!
we're gonna run a 30-second ad.
Every day they're out there making Dork Tales.
We're gonna run a 30-second ad. Please watch
Please,
the
yeah.
ad. It helps the channel out a lot.
Yeah, thank you very much. We're all leaving now, and then we're gonna raid. Bye, guys. Everyone wave. Bye bye.
Bye. I'm waiting to
Bye-bye.
the spirit.